Hello, welcome Empowered Women's Circle. I'm here today with my daughter Ashley, and she's going to help me with our presentation. We are, as you know, on a road trip, and I am still missing all of you. We are going to strengthen your body, elevate your mind, and nurture your soul. We are a wellness movement for women. Welcome to our circle of support. So, obviously, as you hear every week, if you have any specific medical health concerns, make sure you see your own healthcare provider and get the help that you need. We are offering you guidance, and we're happy to be here to offer that to you. Don't forget to visit our homepage. We have 4 steps laid out for you. Embodying our shared agreements is so vital to creating the safety of this container in our circle, and we would love to dialogue with you about those shared agreements. We welcome anyone and participation and dialogue and feedback from anyone, so please have a look at the homepage, shared agreements, and we commit to you as we hope you commit to us, and most importantly, we commit to ourselves as we hope you commit to yourself. Get some accountability in place for yourself and support each other and support our circle, and have a look at that on the homepage. We are an inclusive group that extend acceptance, love, and support to anyone who shows up fully. So welcome to our circle of support, and welcome to my daughter Ashley. We have been working through the last couple of weeks on identifying your pattern and shifting your pattern. So there's an area of your life that you are feeling a yearning to shift and transform. It might be your health, it might be your confidence, it might be your relationship, it might be your parenting, whatever it happens to be. You have energy around an area likely. If you're in this group, you're probably feeling like you want to improve, you want to up level, maybe self-actualize. You really want to be the very best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And that's what we've been working on. So last week we did a very powerful exercise. And this week, I just want to really just very superficially recap it, but as a way of deepening into and integrating that exercise. And if you didn't watch last week, it's really essential that you go back and watch, because I'm really I'm recapping and reviewing, and then we're moving on to the body and mind portion of our calls to action this week. So if you feel an emotion coming up in whatever area it is that you really wish to shift or transform, you feel an anger or sadness or something coming up for you, it's really important to stop and feel that emotion. So our very first sense when we have an emotion coming up is to push it away and to just pretend we don't feel it and to try to get rid of it in any way that we can. But those sensations in our body are telling us something, and they're telling us that it's important to acknowledge that we're having that emotion, whether it be anger or sadness, and put your hand on your body wherever you feel that emotion, the tightness or the contraction. And then breathe into that emotion. And last week we did a powerful exercise about turning to that part of you that's feeling that emotion and soothing that part of you, which is often a younger version of ourselves. And Ashley's been through this as well. We've done this exercise before, because it's very often that we have those parts of our emotion coming up, whether it be anger or sadness or frustration or even jealousy. Those things come up because they've been coming up for us our entire lives. And as adults, we're no different. I mean, those emotions come up for us. The difference is that as we get older, and even around Ashley's age, we can learn to turn to those emotions and to soothe them and to say, it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be sad. In fact, it's okay to be jealous. Whatever it is you feel, it is okay to be and to feel that way. But to turn to it and to say, but it's okay. I got this. I got you. I can help you. I can support you. I can figure this out for you. And to know that you can soothe that part of yourself that is feeling that intense or negative emotion. And again, in this circle, we are working on a specific area of action in your life. And I would love to help you work through that on a one-to-one if that's what you need. It's definitely something that will allow you to shift and move forward and make forward momentum and actually be able to transform in the area of your life that you may be feeling stuck. So remembering at the point that you feel that emotion, you put your hand on your body where you feel that emotion, you sink into soothing and turning to, instead of pushing away, turning to the part of you feeling that emotion and saying, what is the deeper truth of my capacity, my strength, and my power in this area of my life? What is the deeper truth? The deeper truth is, I am strong. I am confident. I am powerful. I am capable. I can figure this out. I am an adult, resourced, strong, powerful, capable woman, and I can figure this out. I don't have to sink down and feel the intensity of the emotion and not be able to soothe it and climb out of it and realize the deeper truth of the strength of who I am. So step into the most confident, competent, adult, resourceful version of yourself and soothe that part of you that comes up around this obstruction or this challenge in the area of your life that you're currently working on. And that was a really brief recap of that really powerful exercise we did last week. So have a look last weekend and really practice that. So now we're turning to for your mind and for your body. And we're continued from last week on the areas that Marcia and April are talking to us about. So we've been working on recovery and better sleep. We know that if we get better sleep, we have more energy, less irritability, less risk of depression or anxiety, less need for medication, believe it or not, less chronic illness because physically we feel better when we sleep, and also weight loss if that's something we're looking for. So I'm going to ask Ashley to let us know how she feels about sleep. What's it like for you when you don't get enough sleep?
It's like really tiring, and in the mornings I get really cranky, or like later that day I want to stay up later, and then I wake up in the morning and I'm just like so tired.
Yeah, and if you get a good night's sleep?
It's good. Like I wake up early and I'm on the day.
Mm-hmm. And you probably have more patience.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Like for your siblings and your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Way more patience if you get a good night's sleep. Less irritability, not just for you, I mean for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, it's true.
Especially kids. Training their sleep.
So what April, I'm going to walk over here to this week, April is going to continue to guide us with tips for better sleep. So I'm going to go to April's script now. She says, the focus of this week is no electronics or screen time an hour before bed. So are you a last minute social media, email, text message, or person who checks their electronics before bed? So this can definitely put a damper on your sleep. I invite you to create an electronic curfew for yourself 1 hour before bed. Ashley's kind of pinching me here. Do you think I do that?
So yesterday, we really wanted to watch a movie. And so we watched a movie, but we set a time limit of when we were going to go to bed. And after that, I didn't feel like going to bed. So what I had to do was I had to stop and just listen to my breathing. And eventually I got to sleep. But normally I just fall asleep really easily.
Mm-hmm.
So it was harder for me. So I noticed that it's easier to do electronics before dinner or during dinner, and then spend reading or with your lights off. Or reading is really good before bed, especially if you have dim lights, because I love doing that. Because then you have like a cliffhanger at the end of your chapter and you're just like thinking about that all night.
Oh yeah, it gives you something to dream about.
Sometimes you don't like cliffhangers, which a lot of times I don't, but
or on your device, there's a nighttime app or a nighttime setting. So if you're reading on your device, you can also dim those lights.
Or you can listen to soft music during the night.
Right. That actually helps me too. I put a headset in. So what April says is when we have the screen light exposure before sleep, it can disrupt body rhythms and suppress the release of natural hormones, melatonin, which promotes sleep. So if you're one who absolutely cannot give up screen time before bed, a couple of suggestions might be to turn the brightness down as low as it can go, or possibly get a pair of dampening glasses that will help filter some of the light. The absolute best way is just to put the device down, turn off the TV an hour before bed. And if you're still struggling with sleep after making these changes, April says she's happy to see where the root cause may be stemming from, and definitely reach out to her if this is an area you're struggling with. She has many tools in her toolbox. And if you need a sleep aid, April says, ID Life sleep strips with 100% of the proceeds going to Days for Girls. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that. You can get your sleep strips. So email your wellness leader, get a hold of April or myself, and we will explain to you how to make that purchase of your sleep aid go to a really good project. And I'm going to tell you more about that in a second. First of all, I want to tell you about ID Life sleep strips as a natural option. So in my practice, I see patients who are on sleep aids and prescription strength sleep medication, which can be actually addictive and have some adverse events or adverse side effects. So with the ID Life, there's a melatonin and then 5-HTP and then L-theanine. So these are all natural. They help you get to sleep, stay asleep, and then all of the natural remedy will fall off as you wake up in the morning, and there's no hangover effect whatsoever. It's absolutely incredible. I even recommend these for moms of small kids, because you really are able to get up as needed through the night and you're not groggy the next day. So it's a very gentle, very natural way to sleep. And like we were telling you, if you get your ID Life sleep strips, then we are working with Carolina on Days for Girls. So we are able to also utilize all of the proceeds from the sleep strips to go to Carolina's project. That's what your wellness leaders have decided to do. And Days for Girls is an international outreach organization that creates reusable feminine hygiene kits for women and girls in underdeveloped or economically challenged communities. And if you want to, if you're not purchasing sleep strips, but you still want to contribute, you can donate non-white panties, dark flannel material, colorful cotton printed fabrics, and all of those things will go to good use. Carolina will make sure that every single contribution, no matter what it is going to great use. Do you remember Carolina telling us about this project? We were going to go sew these. We were going to go to
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, the sew-a-thon day.
Sew-a-thon, that's a cool word.
Yeah, we haven't actually done that yet, but that's something that you could also do if you want to go and participate in a sew-a-thon and actually create these kits. So that's a really awesome way to make a contribution, powerfully change the lives of women and young ladies all over the world. And so go ahead and purchase your sleep strips if you need them. Donate in whatever way you feel led. Email your wellness leader. And for the month of June, ending June 30th, all of your wellness leaders are going to donate 100% of commissions to Days for Girls. And we are all, as your wellness leaders, making a contribution to Carolina's outreach to Days for Girls and to the Nightingale Nursing Project. But for the month of June, we're donating 100% of those commissions. So make sure you get those sleep strip purchases in really soon, because not only will you get a great sleep and feel awesome and have more patience and have more energy.
Be less cranky.
But you'll also be contributing to an awesome cause. And so Marcia, we are going to move over here now to Marcia's call to action. Marcia wants to continue guiding us on how to recover from our movement. So at this point, we're all continuing a minimum of 3 30-minute sessions of purposeful movement. Marcia notes, we're not necessarily calling this exercise. For the purposes of our 12-week cycle, we're encouraging women to simply set aside some time to move more throughout the week to have a baseline of activity. Marcia wants to stress that this recommendation of 3 30-minute sessions of simple but purposeful movement is just a starting point. And for some of you, it may be enough to meet your own personal goals, but for many women, especially those with the goal of weight loss or gaining strength, it's not intended to be the answer to a true exercise regime. Ideally, an exercise routine might be 5 or 6 times a week with different types of workouts throughout the week: resistance, endurance, cardio, high intensity, recovery, low intensity, flexibility, stretching. Woo, that's a lot Marcia is throwing at us. So with each session ranging from 30 to 60 minutes, depending on the type of exercise performed that day. But if you're starting from 0, All of that can sound very intimidating. So if you need guidance to determine how much movement or exercise is right and your goal and figure out your goals, contact Marcia or any other personal trainer in your area. Marcia is happy to talk with you. Even if you don't live close by, you can still reach out to Marcia and find out what workout is right for you. So back to this week's call to action. Marcia, regardless of how much you are moving, tells us that recovery is really, really important. So good sleep, proper nutrition, and hydration are basic recovery methods that everyone needs regardless of how much movement they're doing. If you've kept up with nutrition call to action and you're taking your ID nutrition, you're eating 5 servings or more of vegetables and fruits a day, staying hydrated with water and using electrolyte drinks such as ID Life Hydrate, and getting adequate protein every meal, then you are doing fantastic. Your muscles are already in a great position to recover. And now this week we're working on better sleep. So all of that may be all that you need if you're doing your 3 30-minute workout sessions. But this week, Marcia wants to talk about slightly more advanced recovery using workout supplements, specifically branched-chain amino acids. So we're going to get a little sciencey here. This is Marcia speaking. I'm reading her script. So a little sciencey here. So if you're not that kind of sciencey person, you can tune out and listen to the bottom line. In weeks 6 to 9, Marcia talked about the importance of protein in your diet. The reason it's so essential is because your muscles are made of bricks called amino acids, which are the building blocks of protein. Actually, most structures in your body are made of protein, so protein is pretty important. And when you eat more protein, you might notice that you're more satisfied with your meals, but you also might notice other changes, like your hair may grow better, your fingernails may break less, you may even get sick less often. But even more important than all of that, protein helps your muscles recover because protein in the form of amino acids provides bricks to build muscles. And there are several amino acids that we have to get from food, so they are known as essential amino acids. Branch chain amino acids are 3 essential amino acids called isoleucine, leucine, and valine. And these are key to muscle recovery because these amino acids head immediately for the bloodstream of muscles where they're needed most. All of the other amino acids are regulated by the gut and the liver before being circulated elsewhere in the body. The branch chain amino acids help make new proteins and provide energy. And leucine, which is one of the branch chain amino acids, kickstarts protein synthesis rebuilding. Okay, so the bottom line. If you tuned out, now's the time to start listening. The bottom line is, did you tune out?
Yes.
That was a lot. That was a lot of detail there.
I didn't know any of the words in there.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who like to know all of those details about how their muscles and body are working. So that's okay. The bottom line is, she says, you don't have to supplement with branched chain amino acids, especially if you're eating a variety of lean proteins regularly. But if you aren't, or if you are doing moderate to heavy levels of exercise, that type that causes muscle soreness in your body, branched chain amino acids just might assist you in your muscle development and recovery. So if you want to try supplementing with branched chain amino acids, there are many different products available, but of course, we highly recommend, and we have done all of our research, including myself and Marcia and all of your wellness leaders, on the ID Life pre and post workout formulations. Both have branched chain amino acids in them, as well as other awesome nutrients that help your workouts and then assist in your recovery. And also, so anti-inflammation is in there, so you get less muscle soreness. Electrolytes are in there, so you get some hydration recovery. And there's a whole pile of other benefits to the ID Life pre and post workout. If you haven't tried it, it's absolutely awesome. I love, love, love the post-workout. The pre-workout I only use if I'm doing something real high intensity. But I know for a fact that our really heavy athletes are doing great with these products. Let's recap here. ID Life has the nutritional supplements that you need, and in a very scientifically based fashion, you can do your free HIPAA protected health assessment. And more veggies, more colorful veggies. How many veggies do you eat a day?
Normally about maybe 7 around.
About 7 servings of vegetables. That's fantastic.
Well, I guess not servings, like
No, you
vegetables.
do. Those are servings that you're eating. Yep, for sure.
I eat more fruit because it's sweeter and it tastes way better.
Mm-hmm.
But I eat a lot of fruit.
And a lot of vegetables, right?
At dinner, I have about 5 vegetables. You told me to have 5 vegetables on my plate.
Yep, it's true.
And
a lot of veggies in this family.
Yep, all vegetables. We have a veggie tray.
We always have a veggie tray. That's my little recommendation for parents out there, is to have a veggie tray that's already cut and ready to go, and you just keep refilling it. And that way, when the kids sit down to eat, you can just put the veggie tray out, and you'd be amazed at how fast they polish it off.
And it's not just like 5 broccolis. It's like you get to pick 5 vegetables. So you get to pick your own vegetables, and some you can have fruit instead of that.
And we all have our favorites. What's your favorite?
Probably out of vegetables, I love cucumber.
Cucumber, all right.
She knows. I take like the whole stack of like cucumbers.
Cucumber. It's true. So we want to make sure you're staying hydrated, because dehydration can lead to all kinds of symptoms, and lots of protein. We've shared with you the ID Life protein shakes. Do you like your smoothies in the morning, Ashley?
I love my smoothies in the morning.
Yeah. The other 2 kids maybe wouldn't say it with such enthusiasm.
I know. I just take a whole glass and they're like, oh.
But yeah, Ashley definitely loves it. Do you like vanilla or chocolate better?
I think I like chocolate.
Really? I almost never make you chocolate. I'm going to start making you chocolate.
Well, the kid shake, that's vanilla. I like that one a lot. But we never really use that one in smoothies. I just take that by myself.
Yeah.
And then the smoothies that you make in the morning, I like chocolate better.
Yeah. So when you grab the kids shake by yourself, what do you put in it?
I put water or sometimes unsweetened almond milk.
And anything else?
Not normally.
Frozen strawberries? No? You just put the shake together?
I just shake it.
Okay,
just
awesome.
Water and milk.
All right. So we're going back to Marcia now. She says, on the nutrition call to action, last week Marcia talked about the importance of good sleep to regulate your hunger hormones and start triggering better appetite awareness. This week, she wants you to continue to focus on appetite awareness, not what you are eating, but how you are eating. So the call to action this week is to eat slowly. Eating slowly is one of the best ways to become more aware of your appetite. Have you ever stood up from eating a meal thinking you were just full and then realized 10 to 15 minutes later you're actually stuffed? Feeling full is a result of the brain reacting to chemicals released when the food you eat or liquid you drink reaches your stomach. But it takes your brain around 20 minutes to receive and register these chemicals. And after your meal ends, these chemical levels continue to rise for about 10 to 30 minutes. Eating slowly is the key to not overeating, thus being able to lose weight. Your call to action is to make sure you eat slowly at as many meals as possible every day this week. It's harder than you think, but the more you practice, the better you will feel. Some ideas to slower eating. First, don't eat in your car on the way to work or to kid events, but put time in your schedule to eat and be aware of your meals. It's kind of hard in our family sometimes, but I understand what she's saying.
And we have to have like snacks in the car.
But I would say, too, a good rule of thumb for parents and kids is to prepare those snacks so that they're healthy when you're on your way.
Crackers and, stuff like that. And then we have that veggie tray. We just, pass it around.
Yeah, that's a really good idea when you're on your way running around.
Yeah.
Second, put your fork down between every bite. Finally, set a timer. If it normally takes you 5 minutes to scarf down that plate of food, set a timer to 10 minutes and make sure you slow down enough to take that long to eat. Don't eat more food in that 10 minutes, though. The same amount of food, just slow it down. Think about how the food tastes. Enjoy the flavors or notice ones you don't like as much. Really take some time to be aware of the food you're eating.
That's kind of cool. You have to set your fork down in between each bite so you're not just like...
Yeah. That would really give our family more time for conversation.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, so that we could talk more.
Yeah, you like talking. Yeah. Marcia wants to share a story about a lesson that she does in her nutrition coaching while trying to teach the habit of eating slowly. The lesson says to eat anything you want. Just take 20 minutes to finish it. So one client texted her and said, I feel like this is a trick, but I'm going to do it. I'm headed to Whataburger. The next day, when he came to his workout, He walked in saying, "Do you have any idea how gross Whataburger is if you eat it that slowly?" The moral of the story is, if you slow things down and really think about what you're eating, really taste what you're eating, you just may find out you don't want the junk food or fast food quite as much. So this week, practice the habit of eating slowly as often as you can. So we are here for you with our Empowered Women Circle.
That's pretty.
Our weekly video and audio content is absolutely essential. Our Facebook group page, we have both a business page and a group page now. So join the group, follow the business page, join the group page, watch for our interaction on that page. That's where we're posting all of our resources.
Is it a live event to the running around park?
Oh, that's the workout in the park, the exercise or socialize in the park.
Bring your kids.
Yeah. Go ahead. Another commercial.
We need more friends.
Bring your kids to the exercise in the park because my kids want more friends there. The next live event, we're the second Wednesday of every month, and we have sister circles cropping up. So if you're not local, you could also have your very own sister circle and join us virtually when we do our live event here in Lake City. Actually, today we're in Canada.
Yeah, and also it's a really good idea to bring your dogs too, because normally there's a lot of dogs. So there's Boomerang.
There you go. You're in there, Ashley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, where am I? Oh yeah, I'm behind Marcia.
Right. So bring your family, bring your dogs, bring your friends, come to our park gatherings, and until we see you again, let your light shine. Let's say goodbye to the ladies.
Bye, everybody.